the recording. Okay, for those people who don't know me, I'm David Dettmann. I'm from Australia. I'm broadcasting from my farm at the moment. It's about 9:07 in the morning here. So a little bit ahead of you. It's a Saturday morning. Okay, Kath Lee's not here. Are you waiting for her to come in? Okay, cool. Vegas, are you there? Just type a Y in the chat box. Okay. All right, well, so far, has anyone got any questions about the setup of marketing survival skills as it stands now? Until the new site comes along, it's pretty much the same. So I think everyone in here is pretty right to go. Yes, it's absolutely usable as it is. I'm not playing it down at all. It's just there will be changes when the new site comes. There'll be one login and everything will be sort of under one house type thing instead of having a couple of different logins. But you can still build your list with it. You can still do all the trainings, like everything in this box on the toolbar, for instance. I recently did update the marketing survival skills section. So if there's something wrong here now, I'm unaware of it. I know the calendar hasn't been getting updated. I have asked Adam about that. But the trainings, like this week's haven't been put on here, but if we go to the trainings, yeah, we're right up to July. Even the ones I'm doing are in there. So, and the phase training, a few things have changed in that, but pretty much you should still go for it because a lot of it still applies. But there's nothing wrong with the current sites. Yeah, the day I joined up, they're pretty much the same, apart from they've had a lot more info. It's just, it'll be a lot easier for you when the other sites are running. And pages like your Social Master Series page is still working. Let's find mine. Oh, I'll just do the default one. I know mine's under there somewhere. But you can still use this page. So you can still set this up and send people to it and build your list. Same with the other opt-in pages. I mean, this is just the default one. But you'd have your name there. And you can still sign people up. Even though it's free right now. The main reason it's free is simply why everything's been updated. You know, you can get people in. So once again, with your username, and this page is in marketingsurvivalskills.net back office. So if you need to find yours, but pretty much the name you signed up with. So you can send people here if they're ready to join. I mean, why not when it's free? Give them a taste of it. Kath's asking, can you point out the Facebook information changes so much it may need not to, sorry, it may not be right, and just check in the Skype about when they're coming to that one. How do you mean, Kath? Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of Facebook changes, and that might be something you might find in some of the older videos from Marketing Survival Skills. I mean, Facebook's changing all the time. I mean, pretty much lately, not a lot's changed with Facebook, but you might find things which are mentioned in videos are no longer working. I mean, a while back someone was asking me about the Facebook plugins, how to get them, the ones I did the videos on for the bonus tips, and I don't even know how to get them anymore. I actually turned mine off because they were playing up as they were old, so yeah, it's little things like that. See who's coming. But pretty much, you know, with your Facebook, you just got to sort of keep up to date with it, see what's going on. There's a new site I want to share with you, and I've just got to get it off the other computer. Skype on both. Someone actually sent me to a webinar this week, a recording of a webinar about the Google. I'm just going to find the link I saved on the other computer. About the Google pages which are coming up, the Google project. I know a lot of people have been asking about that, so we might just cover that. Like I say, get the link. Skyping myself at the moment. I'm going to Skype the room then. I'm going to find myself. Okay. Kath's saying, just before I open this link, there are no more info boxes in the Facebook now. And the video says there is. But under videos it says that, but new people don't always see that. Okay, well, I mean, that's what we're sort of covering. You know, there's always changes. I mean, what's really got to me lately is I do a video on something on some of these sites, and by the time I get the video out, it's obsolete. So you might find that with some of my videos I've done in the last 2 weeks, which some of the stuff is obsolete. I'm just talking in general. Now, this is the Google project. I watched a whole webinar on how this works, a recording which someone, Marketing Survival Skills, gave me because they wanted to see it sort of get covered. I would, and I'll give you the link to this. I would join this as soon as possible. Now, the whole thing about it is you can't get in. All right, but they do open this doorway every now and again. All right, it says we're temporarily exceeded our capacity. Please try again soon. All right, because if you get in here, you're going to find a lot of keen marketers and leaders, especially in here right now, who are sussing it out. It doesn't have all the garbage which Facebook has. There's only a small number of people using it. Google is actually communicating with those people. So if you can get in the doorway of this, and I haven't been able to yet, I just check every now and again. But this is Google's answer to Facebook. Now, the advantages of getting in here early is the simple fact which you're going to be able to, well, not exploit, but you're going to be able to be one of these people who knows all about it. You're going to be sort of on the top of the marketers who know about this site and bring people into this site and use it to find people as well. It's not totally the same as Facebook. Yeah, I don't know whether this is a video or not. I haven't looked at it. I just watched this webinar and I thought it was absolutely unreal. But I mean, everything Google does, you can sort of know which it's going to be competitive. Just bear with me. Let's try to work out what to do here. Yeah, but I just click on these buttons. I know I should have clicked that one, shouldn't I? I'm slow. So let us know if you guys have seen this. Okay, I'll just go back to the chat box. I can find it. Hello Lee, welcome. Okay, so pretty much this is a Google project. They've got these things called circles, which are pretty much like groups of people who gather. We'll cover that. So you can make a circle of people we can share information with. You have multiple ones. This is a pretty good one, this Hangouts one. It's not like a webinar box, it's like a chat box, a bit like Skype if you had a few people in a chat, in a video chat. So, for instance, you could have 6 people as is showing in the demo. We can just chat away. I mean, if you're going to be marketing, you really need to sort of do these types of things. waiting for this one to load, but pretty much this is for putting photo and video. You can instant upload from your phone. No, I haven't, Norm. Send us a Skype after the webinar. So if you guys send me stuff, I will look into it. Okay, so, well, I wasn't really planning on doing a webinar, and I just thought I'd show you guys this. I may have Norm, so Norm's just talking about a webinar. I'm just trying to remember the person's webinar who I was given this on. But Sparks are pretty much like a wall, like posting stuff like you would on Facebook. Okay, so the huddle is pretty much where you can have like a chat over online or via your phone. So, I mean, look, I haven't really shown you a great demo on this. You can go through and have a look at the tour yourself and the info. I've given you the page link. As soon as I can get in there, like anyone else, I'll look into it a lot more and share a lot more with you. But what I'm just saying is, I don't know how long until this will be sort of really open to the public. But I believe now's the time to sort of get onto it, because the people are going into this site and trying to get into this site are the real sort of go-getters who want to learn it, want to teach it, and see how they can market from it. So certainly worth looking into. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I believe it will be a really good site. Some of these people who I've spoken to about it are saying they can't wait to give up Facebook. They're the diehards, so I don't know. Sounds a bit silly to me, but I would certainly say which this will be somewhere in the next, let's say in a year's time, where marketing may be the place on this instead of Facebook, or both. Who knows? So, anyone got any questions on it? I wish I can answer a lot. Okay, Bill, I'd appreciate that if you could. Bill's saying he's in there. Have you got any thoughts you want to share on it, Bill? Because you probably know more about it than I do. Like I said, I've just done an hour's webinar this week on it. I'll give you the email address in a minute, Bill. Okay, so I'm sure Facebook's a little bit worried about this. Something I sort of gathered out of it was Google's sharing with Facebook, and Facebook's not sharing as much with Google, especially over invites and that type of thing. Well, Bill's comment is, I think it's going to eventually blow Facebook away. I think so too. I don't know whether it'll blow it out. I think what will happen is you'll find a lot of internet marketers, when it's sort of a bit more open, will be in there. And I think Google's going to be really strict about what you can do and what you can't do. Probably more than Facebook. And Facebook will be more sort of used for family and that type of thing, and still marketing. But I think your general trend will be there'll be more family on Facebook, and this will be more business, and they'll be competing. And Bill's saying, I like you can separate your contacts and give different information to different people. Yeah, well, that's right, Bill. I saw that in the webinar, and that was a really good thing. Let's try, I think I cite, I'm over 10 years ago now, which came out. But strangely enough, some of the way they're building this platform reminds me of it. It was like a ring or something, or their ring, and you'd have different people where you're sharing different things with, and it was a really good site for its time. I think it's sort of built on the principle of that with some of the new stuff today. So I'll put my, before I forget, because I'm hopeless with remembering things, I'll give you my email, Bill. I'll just post it in the main room. I don't mind everyone having it. Yeah, typed it. So, okay, so that is the Google project. I've also been doing some other training this week, and I'm going to be doing a few blogs with, totally slipped my mind now. It's the blogging system we use again. So it's been, yesterday was a long day. WordPress totally slipped my mind. I'm going to be actually making a few WordPress blogs probably through marketing survival skills. But I've been doing this course over the last few days. That's probably why people haven't really seen me around. And the course is in affiliate marketing, but it's amazing the sort of things which are being covered as far as WordPress goes, and how to have a WordPress blog set up properly, and how not to have too many plugins, and how to keep it basic, and how to get the keywords ranked, and all that type of thing. So just a heads up, I'm going to be studying this quite a lot over the next couple of weeks. It's a lot of the stuff which Adam's taught as well, but it's nice to sort of get it from a different perspective as well, and then see which the two are pretty much the same. So I'm going to be doing a few webinars on that once I set up a couple of WordPress blogs, and when I do that, I'm going to go through the setup process. I was looking at Mike's last night, and I noticed which he hasn't really done one on setting up a new one. He's done videos on transferring. So, because a lot of you people keep asking me about how to set these things up, and I've sort of said, well, it's not something I do. So I decided to do some extra training on it and really sort of get into it. Thanks for doing that, Bill. So I just thought I'd let you guys know. I mean, one of the things I found out, which I think it sort of clicked, which Adam or Mike may have said in a webinar, was right down to even the blog theme you use. Different blog themes have, are more friendly with Google. And so I'm going to build a couple of sites, affiliate sites. I don't even know what they're going to be on yet. And I'm going to build them to be pretty much as SEO and as user-friendly and as basic as possible. And I'm building this on a model where someone's done 20 different websites through WordPress. and they've pretty much done this with other people doing that many sites, and they've really refined it down to, like I say, not having too much info, having 3 different readers on a WordPress blog. As far as you've got your readers who skim, you've got your visual people, and you've got your people who will go through and read a whole blog. And they've targeted the 3 people with these blogs and are getting results out of them. So I'm going to share the info which I've learnt, just a little bit of history about myself. I haven't done a lot of SEO. I mean, I do more now than what I used to do, but I have done a lot of affiliate marketing, especially in the dating industry, and I still today get checks from that work I did in the past. So it's a little bit similar to what I did in the past, apart from this is really sort of targeting Google with friendly blogs which are going to get results, and building the backlinks, like pretty much everything which has been taught in marketing survival skills, but maybe a little bit more defined. So at least I can sort of give you a view on what I'm going to do. But that's just one of the things. Now, has anyone got any questions about anything? I know I keep asking, but new people pop in, so... Is anyone using this You Like Hits site? I'm glad to say it hasn't changed much this week, or since the last webinar. Alright, this is You Like Hits. Okay, Kath's saying, and I'm trying to read the box. See it now. Yeah, You Like Hits. I did cover this a little bit last week, but I thought I'd cover it in a little bit more detail this week. Funny enough, while I'm sitting here doing training, because I've got 2 computers, I quite often come into this site while I'm watching videos and just click things. Now this is very much like Twens. Difference is it actually does have Facebook. So if you want to get your Facebook page going, now I did have mine up, here it is here. You won't, with Twens, you won't get as many people joining. Like this page here is the latest page I created, and it was around about the time where all the trouble was happening with Facebook getting likes from these sites. So I'm just, screen may go a bit funny, I'm just moving the webinar software around so I can see what I'm seeing. So when you're doing webinars, you always got screens up everywhere, which you guys can't see. But overall, it's quite interesting, this statistic I was looking at last night. I've only had a small amount of people tickling through from You Like Hits on this, liking this page. Now, one of the things I do with my pages is I post to them at least once to twice a day. You can see my post views, even though my like views are down since I started this page, which was not that long ago, but my views are up 102%. So even though I'm getting a small amount of people liking this, the people who stay on it are actually viewing my posts, which is sort of an interesting statistic. You know, you look at weekly users, so it goes up, down again. Monthly users, up, up, up. So really it's the long-term goal of this page is working. I'm getting people interested in it. It's just easier to go here. And I could go back. And the only reason I rebuilt a page was I couldn't change the name of the other page. So if you go to the info wall, it's only got 234 people on it now. This is my smallest page. What hasn't come through? Oh, wall. That would help, wouldn't it? Now, my posts aren't the greatest here either because they're coming from ping. Excuse me. But you can see the impressions sort of, you know. So, I mean, people are looking at this page. It's very basic. I'm just giving out solid information. Okay, now, how this page has been solely, as you can see, I've only got 8 friends who like this page. That's not a lot of friends who like my page. Because I haven't, you know, told my friends really about the page. I've just put, the only places I've put this is on the toolbar and on this site. It's a pretty simple thing. Like if I just go to view history, now I haven't done anything this morning on this, so most of the history is going to be what other people have been doing. So it's a cross-media platform for those people who don't understand that. What that means is I could like this person, or sorry, I could add this person on Twitter, and this person could watch one of my YouTube videos. So pretty much, oh sorry, this person, let's say this person followed me and I got the points. Someone might watch one of my YouTube videos. Or if I join someone on Facebook, for instance, and we'll go to Facebook. As you can see, right now I've got no points. As those are ticked through the night. Go to Facebook. And I believe this is the only site which has Facebook hits right now. If anyone knows knows another site, let me know. I just press like. That's not always perfect. Sometimes it takes a while to go through, especially on a webinar. But once that page likes, okay, is that free bait ad yours on Facebook? No. Can you put links for this one in here? Yeah, I will. It is on the toolbar, by the way. I don't know why it's taking so long. I think it's because I'm on the webinar. It's usually you just press like you would on any other page. Okay, now this is interesting. I'm glad this came up because I can show you how to sort this out. And I did do a video on this. Individual Facebook members can connect to a maximum of 5,000 friends and pages. To do this action, you will need to remove friends or unlike pages you're already connected to. Now, I've talked about this multiple times about you can have only 5,000 friends or a mixture of likes It's really weird. Now, the quickest way, and take notes on this, is to go to your profile. This is kind of weird, but it works. And the reason I use this method is because it's the quickest. You go to Edit Profile. You go to Activities and Interests. I don't know why that one came up. Alright, when that next comes up, you go to Show All Other Pages. I mean, who would think which this would be the way to go to Facebook and liking pages? And the reason you do this is it's going to pop up a window of all the pages I've liked. That will load. Okay. And I think it starts in the first one, so you might want to go down and... But it's pretty quick. Instead of having to go into every page, and I do have a video on this too. See how quick I'm removing pages? Where most people would go in and to each page and tick the box in the page. You don't realise how many you untick. Well, I apologise if I untick anyone. Now you spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes in here, you won't have to do it for a couple of days. I'd recommend balancing it out too, not just doing a whole heap. I don't know, do 20 or something and move along. But that's how quickly you can actually do that. Now, if anyone wants to see a more detailed video on it, you just close that window when you're finished. I think it's in the bonus tips. The bonus tips isn't 100% up to date. There are still a few problems, so let people know, but there are new updates since this time last week. Okay, where are we? Here we go. Here, how to unlike Facebook pages. So if you've got the toolbar's there. And I will put the link for the other site in, but it is on the toolbar under Social Network Building Tools, and it's this one here. Alright. Twins has just gone really downhill. As everyone knows, I used to love Twins. I hope it comes back. It'd be good to have a couple of sites like this. The Twins Mate is, I believe, pretty good for Twitter, but that's about it. I think they are going to improve it. And the ad socials, it's not that active. This seems to be the most active site. So I'll grab the link here. Now, like I say, you're not going to get a whole bunch because I've only just put it back on. So a lot of people who use this site probably don't realise that you can get likes, because what was happening was you would get points just for opening this page. When all the things happen with Facebook not liking, people liking this way, they go at all these different social media sites about it. Okay, so I've liked that. We've got rid of some pages. So then I press I've liked that, this page, and I get 14 points for it. Now I've got my points They've changed it up a bit. They've got this become a premium member. If I go to Facebook settings, some people can take the advantage of being a premium member. See, I've got 10 points up. Just be a basic member, and you'd want to have your Facebook page on 10 too. Right? As you can see, I've got the other ones switched off at the moment. I probably should put them back on just to get more likes. But premium members can put the points up. As you can see, I've got 14 points, but I can only have 10 points being a free member. And really, I don't think it matters. I've never been encouraged to buy points, seed, bird feed, any of that stuff on these sites. I think you're better off coming in when you're waiting for something to load, or you just, got a few minutes on your hand and doing a few. Now, I haven't set the MySpace up on it, but I've got my Twitter set up on it. I've put it up to 10 points as well. So far, I've got 60 followers since I put it up. Now, the other thing is, you guys don't have to do these other sites. If you just want to use it for Facebook, do it. But add these other sites so you can, for instance, go to a web page. And you can view a web page. Now, you don't have to have web pages. But you can view other people's web pages, right? Say you just wanted to use this for Facebook. I know with Twins, a lot of people were doing this. But you can go and view someone's website. I would pick one which probably has music on it. And get points. And you can have all your points shut off to all these other sites and just build up Facebook likes, if that's what you really want to do. And sometimes, as you can see, the page hasn't come up yet, but the ticker's going. Like, I was having a little bit of a think about this after some of my training. And I don't think you really should put websites on these types of sites, because one of the things which Google looks at is how long people go on your page and whether they press the back button or not. That's something I found out only this week. So maybe it's not a good idea. But I got 10 points and I didn't even see the page. So I do have pages up. I'm going to turn them off. But that's a way to get points to either your Facebook or your YouTube. So I'm getting a lot of YouTube views. And I don't even really view videos on here because there's too many other things to get points with. Save my bandwidth. For instance, if I go to the video settings, and all you got to do is watch a video for a certain period of time. I'm only giving out 3 points for videos, and I'm getting them all viewed. Now, another little thing which has only changed in the last week or so is you can only have 5 videos or 5 pages, web pages if you do want to get web traffic up. They used to sort of have no limits. So if you do a lot of videos, you should just change them up each week. But once again, you don't have to have videos. You can just view videos to get Facebook likes. So now, there's 2 other sites which are worth getting involved in. That's Stubble Upon, I think it is. I always get the name mixed up. Maybe someone can pronounce it for me one day. But you can follow people on these sites, and these are good quality sites too. If you haven't used them before, John may disagree with me. Then all I've got to do is press follow once again. Now I'll leave this one up and we'll have a look at it. And then confirm it. just bring that window back up again. So, I mean, I'll go to my page on here. I've got to change the colour of mine. This is horrible, but I was just testing with it. Now, I've only really sort of set up my profiles last week on this. You can see, you know, I've got more followers than I'm following. I've got reviews. Pretty much, you can put your website on here, a particular page, and, you know, like, what this is going to do for you, if you do build a community and people do read your blog or they watch your video through here, you're going to get rankings through Google. It might turn up somewhere on Google. But this site's been around for a while. Just trying to think what I suppose you'd call it a favourite sort of bookmarking site. Yeah, you're right, Kath. The red is too strong. They don't have a lot of choices in here. Yeah, I don't know what this one is. Maybe someone shared. Oh, these are probably ones people shared with me. I mean, look, you can see which people get views. You just got to work with these sites. And, you know, people come in and look at marketing, videos, type of thing. And the site's been around for quite some time. Now, the other one is Dig. More people know Dig more. Does anyone use these sites? Let's go one like this. Same thing with Dig. Just follow people. Now, as you can see, I'm getting a whole lot of following, and that's coming from this site. I've signed up for it. I haven't really used it. Look, I wouldn't spend too much time on them, but I think it's worth bookmarking. And these are on the toolbar as well. I'll show you where they are. It's kind of funny. One's in bookmarking, one's on the front. This one's in the front. Like, you can see the Alexa ranking here, 107. So it's not a pissy site where you're wasting your time. And, you know, some of these sites have been around longer than MySpace. Now, Dig is also under social networks. I will bring it out in the front here. Just haven't got to updating the social networks, but it is under bookmarking. Excuse me. Dig. Okay, so there's all these other bookmarking sites. Now, if you're going to do bookmarking, I'd more stick to these two. So this is Dig. What's Dig's Let's arrange 143. We might actually have a look at the traffic in a minute. So I've got 22 digs. Now I've had this account for quite some time and never really used it. Lately I've been submitting all my new content and videos to these two sites. So I mean the general person who comes in here to read an article, you know, this might rank in Google for instance, and they've come through Google to here. And it's just another way to get Google traffic really. And it works on the principle, the more followers you have, the more people who press dig it, or dig. Now if I go like this and dig that, I can write a comment. I've just given that guy's ranking a bit of a boost. I suppose in a way it works a bit like a search engine, but no. As you can see, I've got a good following rate, and this has all come from You Like Your Hits. I had no bugger all followers before. And I'm sure if you wanted to be a bit sneaky with these sites, I'm sure on Fiverr you'll find people who dig and comment on your stuff in here and in the other one. Which one are you talking about, Nelson? Are you talking about You Like Hits or the Google project? Has anyone got any questions about these sites? Both, actually. Okay. It's new information for you. Well, don't worry. I talk about these things all the time. Yeah, just to recap what we've talked about tonight, the Google One project, or sorry, the Google Pro Plus project, or whatever it is. I get confused with the Google One button. That is going to be a site where you're going to use it like Facebook. It's just being built at the moment, and the window of opportunity to get in is sometimes open. Like right now, I believe it's open. I might be wrong. Let's just see where it works. No, it's not. I'll simply hang on. See what happens. I know I was invited. That might have helped. I don't know. That could have been the reason. So I would recommend you guys, while we're here now, I know we're going a bit over, but just see if you can log into it. I'll just do it so you guys can see. Because I didn't go through the invite link which Bill sent me, so I'm just going off the copy. So if someone wants to just see whether they can get in as well. Most of my photos are in download. Yeah, I'll use that one. Could have added cash. I'll probably fix this up later, but I am already in. Did you just get in today, Kath, or did you do that earlier? Yesterday or the day before? Someone added you. All right, well, probably the best thing to do, like I say, I don't know whether the fact I was given an invite by Bill, and I just put in that, strange enough, I put in that email address because I have 2 Google accounts. So get someone to invite you. You know, I'm happy to invite people. If you side Skype me and you want to get in here and you can't get in here, just side Skype me with your email address and just put a note. Can you add me to Google One? Or just put, Google Plus. Or can you add me to Google's? Good enough. But like I say, I didn't go for the invite then, so it might be open. But I think everyone in this room right now should attempt to get in. And we'll go from there. And then I will have a look at it this week and I'll do some more training on it. And if anyone has any webinars, recordings or any information on it, I'd be grateful if you could pass that on too. Paul Nielsen, yeah, I will do that for you. I'll just read the other screen. But just see how you go with it. You know, maybe we can sort of on Tuesday have a bit of a banter about it. So yeah, just to recap, and then we'll get going. The Google site, which you've just seen, the You Like Hits, which once again, I don't know, another page. So under T for Tools, Social Network Building Tools, You Like Hits. And you can get traffic to your website, your Dig, your StumbleUpon, your YouTube, your MySpace, your Facebook. And the site is free. Okay, so I wouldn't spend your life on it. I would just, you know, when you got free time or you got a slow computer or something and you got a spare computer, you got time to just put a few in. Like I do it while I'm watching videos. And, you know, sit there just adding. Keeps me amused. This is just another way to get in and get some people onto your pages, videos, different networks. So finally, is there any questions? And we'll get going. Doesn't look like it. Like I say, anyone who has problems getting in, I'm happy to send you an invite to the Google One. I'm sure, the Google Plus, I'm sure Kath will too, and I'm sure Bill, if you know Bill, would be happy to. The best thing to do for the team is sort of get everyone in there and become a community in there. Okay guys, well thanks for coming, I appreciate it, and my next webinar will be on Tuesday at 7 PM. I believe that's the next webinar, and I believe there will be a Thursday webinar as well. Adam hasn't put it up or anything, but from what I gather from his last webinar, he was going to do a part 2 on it, so I'm sure he'll sort that out at some time. So that's pretty much the webinars this week, the Tuesday, Thursday and Friday at this stage. Okay, see you guys.